Today in Mashaba, Abaco, the 17th of July, 2021. Boy, do we have a lot of challenges in Abaco. I was in Treasure Key the other day around Independence, and I noted that it has to be a Darren Henfield supporter. Must be the chairman of Treasure Key that said that all the contractors in Treasure Key is a bunch of gangsters, crooks, and thieves, and the homeowners don't want to work with them. She threw all of them under the bus and said they're lazy. They're getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the chairman that the people just voted for. But she must be responsible of being irresponsible that on Independence, the flags that's supposed to be for Bahamian, she got them all up in Treasure Key. And anybody, any fool, know that ain't no guest in Treasure Key, and flags supposed to represent us, the Bahamian people. Outside Treasure Key, where all the Bahamians are, there is 0 flags that represent Darren Henfield right there. They're lost and can't be found. Everybody know for 40 years, from I was a boy, I used to work at Treasure Key in the mini market with Mr. Curry and Morgan Turncrest many years ago, over 40 years ago. And 40 years ago, we were told that Treasure Key was sold. Every 4 years, 5 years, Treasure Key is going to be sold. And you would think that we were on the threshold of having Treasure Key sold. Just ask yourself, what if Treasure Key is not sold? For all the y'all haters, Darren Henfield fans that are getting on the bandwagon, think about the negative, not the positive. What if Treasure Key is not sold? Do you think the Meisters gonna put any money into that Treasure Key? But just what if they have a buyer like the one that they have? If Kai Mills was your member of parliament, this would be something to be campaigning on. But no, the member of parliament we have just happened to be an ass and an idiot. Yeah, that's Darren Henfield, my member of parliament of North Abaco, an absolute ass and an idiot. And he's a minister that's representing the Bahamas. He haven't represented Abaco in 4 years. But you would think that Darren Henfield would work to try to get the sale of a Treasure Key, remove all the red tape, because if Treasure Key is not sold, look how many people that would be without work. Remember that manager in Treasure Key that we finally got rid of? He used to bring everybody from Eleuthera into Abaco. I heard he's back in Bimini. The Bahamas is so lucrative that they could treat Bahamians like animals. And they'll go from one district to the next district, can't get them out of this country, treating Bahamians bad because they pay somebody in immigration, some politician, couple dollars to treat the Bahamians like animals. It is evident in Baker's Bay and the Abaco Club. But if Darren Henfield was a good politician, he would be working with the potential new owner of Treasure Key, because look at the plus. No, Darren Henfield want to be around bad-mouthing people that potentially can put his people back to work right away. He want to work with people like Craig Roberts. This was who the Prime Minister gave the whole of Treasure Key to do to fix the sewage system and send me the bill. Probably never get the money. But Craig Roberts a couple of weeks ago was in the Mashaba court and pleaded guilty to threats of harm. By his own admission, Craig is now a convicted criminal in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Where was immigration? Did immigration know that Craig pleaded guilty? He had the sweetest deal ever because the police did their intense investigation, and on completing their intense investigation, they put an all-point bulletin out on Craig Roberts for threats of death. We know the politician got involved. It's the Prime Minister's boy. The Prime Minister was taking pictures with him and tell him to do whatever you want to do and send me the bill. Didn't go to tender. It's a Craig Roberts deal. So in essence now, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is dealing with a convicted criminal, Craig Roberts. He pleaded guilty for threatening to harm an American. It's on record. This is the only country that you could go and say, yes, I was going to kill him, but I just was going to harm him. And he walked out the court without a fine, without any jail time, because he's the Prime Minister's boy. There's so much literature. But back to Treasure Key and the potential new beginning. After 40 years of hearing that Treasure Key will be sold, it is finally coming to head. We're going up to an election. Where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Darren Henfield, and his bringing to Abaco and his people of a potential new beginning? No. He preferred to be with Craig Roberts. Craig Roberts don't have no money to buy Treasure Key. He uses other people's money. The Prime Minister haven't done anything in Treasure Key. He's not interested in Abaco coming back to some normalcy. After 2 years, he has not even visited or even had the audacity to say anything going forward. But here we have a guy that's interested in selling or buying Treasure Key, and our Minister, Darren Henfield, an absolute arse and an idiot, trying to work against the sale as if Craig Roberts have the money. Craig Roberts don't have the money. This gentleman has the money. Just ask yourself, Darren Henfield, what if the potential buyer that has the money move out of the deal? What is the future for North Abaco? Ask yourself, what if? Can Craig Roberts buy it? Craig Roberts trying to get somebody at the table for 20 years. But should he be in the Bahamas today? Should he be working with the Prime Minister as a convicted criminal in the Mashaba Magistrate Court? No. He ought not be dealing with the Prime Minister. But this is how the corruption has started and continue under this F&M administration. Don't care what you do. Once you are friendly with the F&M administration, everything, including threats of death, is pushed under the rug. But he is, today, by his own admission, going into the Mashaba court and pleading guilty for threats of harm, is a convicted criminal in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Nobody has addressed this issue. I see him walking around and driving around like if it's water on a duck's back. But this issue needs to be addressed. But if Kai Mills was the Member of Parliament, I will be walking through Treasure Key with the potential new buyer and introduce them to key people into Treasure Key and pushing pushing, removing all the red tape, because this is the biggest thing to have happened in North Abaco in a whopping 40 years. And what if this deal does not go through because of the lack of interest by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, our Member of Parliament of North Abaco, Darren Henfield? What if he tries to get involved in blocking this deal? What is the future for all of North Abaco? Think about it. Over 6,600 acres to be developed. Does the F&M government have anybody? Does our Member of Parliament, with acting like an ass and an idiot, Darren Henfield, have anybody to buy a treasure key? Surely he doesn't. But if there's such person that is interested in the future of North Abaco, Darren Henfield should be the first in line to encourage and to remove the red tape. But so far, he's been absolutely invisible, because if it isn't him, he doesn't give a hell about anybody or anything of concern to the future of North Abaco. Kai Mills does. That is why Kai is saying it is time to elect somebody that knows the issue and not afraid to address the issues of concern for the future of North Abaco. You vote for Kai because Kai cares. That's why I'm here.